Major trouble in markets. Some see fear, some see opportunity. I'll let you know what camp I'm in. I'll dive into the charts now. So here's the summary for Bitcoin that I just put together for our mastermind clients. There is trouble afoot. Now, nothing is really too terrible in terms of reclaiming that uptrend to EC 25,000 break. If that happens, yeah, we can expect a lot lower prices. I've just got on the screen as well what I wrote down in terms of my dot points. The monthly is wrestling with support at the moment, so we don't want to lose that, but that's a good sign for the midterm. Weekly close, not ideal. So weekly close, the candle has just closed beneath the 200-week moving average. I hate that. When we look at history, when it's done that, we see further downside, so just be careful. Daily has work to do, so we're on that at the moment, and I really think we're going to feel out this wick that came down into this area here. So I think we're going to have some more downside, maybe back into 25,000, really test out that as support. But just broadly, 25,000 is that key level of support where we would invalidate this uptrending bull structure. So really don't want that to happen. You can see BlackRock here on the second. I think that's going to be delayed as well, unless Grayscale gets wins their lawsuit in between then and there. We could see some upwards momentum, but right now liquidity is driving everything, and if you're blind to that, if you're blind to the macro, then these markets are going to throw you for a spin, because these charts are all telling me I'm seeing record levels of oversold. So I think we could see a bounce in the short term, but just broadly, the likely outcome for mine is maybe a pulse up to here underneath these support turn resistance moving averages, say at 27,000, and then for that lower leg down. I just think we need to be really, really careful when we see these huge candles just invalidate major moving averages, indicating that the trend is likely changing, and that just the lack of liquidity in the markets has allowed us to just go elevator down. Now I'm going to touch on BNB because I'm really concerned about this chart. It's got some similarities with, I don't want to say it FTX, but we just want to be careful that any breakdown of the BNB token will signal just evisceration on a lot of altcoins. You can just see here it's just been struggling. It does look like Binance has been trying to hold these levels up, but if this breaks to the downside, we say it so often, lack of liquidity in the markets, they're clearly looking to prop this up. And what I mean by propping up, they're likely selling a lot of the Bitcoin that they own on their books to prop up their own token. So just be careful if this does break down. And we saw with FTX, if they are doing the dodgy and they start selling off, customer funds, if that's the case, what happened? Look how quickly, say FTT token just ramped to the downside from $26 all the way down to $1. So just be very, very careful. The bottom could fall out on BNB token if that does play out. I'm not so sure it does, but please be hyper aware of what's going on, especially in this low liquidity environment if Bitcoin suffers a bit of an elevator move like COVID. So just be careful. Thanks for watching.